All right, good afternoon, guys. Going out to play pickleball today. Now that the weather's at least reasonably warm. Keep your hands on the wheel. Today, no objects in the path. Okay. I don't know. It's hard to tell what it's going to do. Okay, there we go. Automatic door closing. That all sounds good. You could have backed up further. Oh no. So if it's not obvious on the camera, I mean, when we backed out, he stopped short, so he was going to be aiming right at the mailbox there, basically. Whereas if he just backed up another foot and a half, he would have had a free curve. As soon as he started going forward, he's like, oh wait, and he had to brake. He braked hard enough to invoke the ABS. Okay? I don't know why, just the way he does it nowadays. There's a FedEx guy. Okay, so somebody's dog's loose. Oh, the guy over here, his dog's loose. Okay.
In 500 feet, turn right onto American Drive.
And his dog got out and walked in front of the FedEx truck and me. Okay. Although I think he was calling the dog over to his garage. I don't know.
Now turn right onto American Drive.
Yes, peace and harmony. All right, so there you go. So, and doing my little eyes comparison with that Kia, it was kind of challenging because, I mean, he made a big deal about his presence while I was doing the Lime Creek run.
In 500 feet.
And so, I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out how, so I decided to make the ice comparison based upon just the Lime Creek Road run, which is only 9 miles. All right. So, it actually in some ways turns out to be kind of ridiculous. Because if you're doing 7.7 miles on a kilowatt hour, so we're using just a little bit more than 1 kilowatt hour. And normally on the longer trips, you get it from the car, right? You get it from the car, that's what we did. I forgot to reset this, didn't I? Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Whoa. Come on, Mr. GMC. and the Ford over here is going the other side of the road, about ready to fall off of it. I don't know what's going on today. That means it's kind of scary to be outside. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay. Whatever. Peace and harmony. So anyway, so basically, I came up with that Kia for my cost of energy. He could go 1.3 miles, something like that. And as it turns out, there's a spot on the right side of Line Creek, or the west side, that's called El Rancho Seco. Yes, the dry ranch. Okay. What? Yes, quite literally. If you translate without reordering it, it'd be the ranch dry. Okay? So the dry ranch. And it probably sounds somewhat appropriate. Okay, whatever, peace and harmony. I don't know, I'm just laughing at this guy in the Kia. I mean, I guess he's trying to buy a reasonably priced car that has some sportiness to it. But when I looked at the 0 to 60 time, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Even my friend's rear-wheel drive LFP Model 3 would make you look like you're standing still in a 0 to 60 drag race. And I tend to think of her car as being slow. In Tesla terms, it is, but yeah, Tesla terms is a whole different category than gas-powered vehicles. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. So let's go by, see that on the way down to play pickleball. Oh, they're putting up walls finally. Sorry, the Firefly place that took them a long time to pour the concrete. Um, they're just now getting. They're just now putting up the boards. Okay. So what is that? That's all of January and almost all of February. Because March is on Saturday, right? Okay, so not exactly 2 months, but fairly close to that. No, I'm going to go on Boggy Ford. Come on, man. All right, with that said, let's move on. So today should really not be anything interesting day from a drive perspective. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, now that we've moved up to 0.8, things are a little bit better. Oh, they filled in the hole there. Wow. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Onward, upward charge. I think we just ran through a stop sign back there. No? Was it just three-way stop?
Your destination is on the left.
Maybe. Okay. So what are you planning to do this time around? He almost turned in there. Oh. Yeah, there's no way a car would be coming in here. Whoops. All right. Where are we at? Trips. 9 miles, 18 minutes, 200 watt-hours per mile. It's nice to go downhill, isn't it? Total trip so far is 35 miles, 6 kilowatt-hours, and 177 watt-hours per mile. Well, there was that one spot. So there was one car on 1431 where he just didn't want to. He didn't want to pass him. He really didn't. It took turn signal twice to push him to go switch lanes. Whatever, he eventually figured it out. Okay, let me reverse out of this. I don't know why this Rivian had to park next to me. That's a good thing I was moving. There's space over there. You had to park next to me. But hey, whatever. Whatever. Most all of it's good. It's just sometimes he goes slow, and sometimes he gets behind a slow-moving car and he's going like, "Oh, I like the way you look." So I don't want to pass him. I don't know. Use whatever excuse you want to use. It's just sometimes he gets in that mode of, even though they're going 10 miles an hour slower than what we were going, he doesn't want to pass. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Onward, upward charge. Alright, guys. Yeah, it's a warm day, relatively speaking. Wait, these kids are just getting out of school? I guess so. Okay, whatever. So there's a school zone coming up westbound Quinlan Park, and what it looked like was FSD did not honor it. So I'm kind of curious, and as it turns out, well, it's only has one flashing light. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good excuse. I'm just saying that I noticed that as a difference. Okay, whatever. Let's see if we can get going. So if I can, I'll go by the school zone. But it looks to me like the middle school is getting busy. So it may not be possible. Ugh. Oh my goodness, so I'm tired. Make summer memorable.
In 500 feet, make a U-turn onto Country Trails Lane.
Well, what if I go right? Although it looks busy going right, doesn't it? What's that you're suggesting we should go left? Yeah, it looks like it's busy going left too. So I'm guessing the middle school just got out.
Now make a U-turn onto Country Trails Lane.
Okay, let's do left. Good thing you stopped and looked. Oh, they're all making U-turns there. Oops. Okay, maybe it's better to go right. As soon as you said let's go right, then people are going right. Okay, let's go right. Just take a chance on it. Oh, this lady's over here letting kids out of, or cars out of the elementary school.
Now make a U-turn to stay on Country
It
Trails
is
Lane.
Canyon Ridge, okay. But that's okay, that's all right. These kids are at least safe enough to walk at least part of the time. I remember we were on a trip
In 500
up
feet,
north
turn
somewhere,
left onto Market Street.
and I don't know, Oklahoma, Nebraska,
Now turn left onto Market Street.
Kansas, someplace like that. You go into 7-Eleven, they're selling hard liquor. Right, they sell hard liquor? Oh yeah, of course they do. You couldn't do that in Texas. But Texas always has a part of that prudish behavior. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. You know. Like when I first moved to Texas. Yeah, come on, lady. When I first moved to Texas, I couldn't believe that they had blue laws. Yeah, blue laws. You can't go to the store on a Sunday? No. Why? Because you're supposed to be in church. Okay, what happens if I don't believe in God? Right? If you base your laws only upon one religion, you're putting your religion into the state, which is strictly prohibited by the Constitution. Not that people get too caught up in those things. Right? But, I mean, on the other hand, it's like, what happens if you have some kind of dinner problem on Christmas Day? And there was a period back in the 50s and 60s, if you had a Chinese diner around, you went to the Chinese diner. Why? Because they're not Christian. They don't celebrate Christmas. And hopefully you discover that they actually have good food, and that's a good thing for you. But whatever. Peace and harmony. Yeah, gee, that Jeep was going to stop in the middle of the intersection, and you're behind them? So you're blocking the intersection. There you go. That's what you should do. Go around, move up. Toyota of Hackensack, New Jersey. You're a Texas X, but your car's from New Jersey? I don't know, whatever. Well, how about the estimate's almost right on. It's only a minute off. Or maybe 2 minutes off if you look at the estimate now. It says we'll get across the street and into Walmart in 1 minute. Okay. Green light. 1, 2, 3, go. Wait,
In
what?
500
Oh,
feet,
excellent.
turn right.
Who changed the navigation plan? That makes more sense.
Now turn right.
Maybe somebody took him out behind the woodshed and whacked him up the head a couple of times. Go ahead, turn right. I never did like coming in through those
Now your
containers.
destination is on the left.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it? Okay, so I'm going to interrupt FSD here. I wasn't sure where you're going. So it looked like he was going to pull over and stop by that island, which is something that he's developed lately. But when people ask, I said, well, parking is something they've promised for a future release. Don't get too caught up in it. It's not fully baked yet. Okay. Oh, got to hold it today? Sometimes you got to hold it, sometimes you just tap it. I don't know. All right, 19 miles, 47 minutes, 186 watt-hours per mile. Wow. What? Really? Sorry, I'm just a little astounded there. Okay, so for trip, 62 miles, 12 kilowatt hours so far, 186 watt-hours per mile. There you go. FSD-wise, yeah, actually, well, let me put it this way. Actually, he's doing really good right now. Knock on wood. I mean, he's not doing anything stupid. So there you go. All right. Oh no, I haven't opened my cupcakes yet. Sorry. I should have opened them before I started you all. Oh, he's breaking my ears with all that noise. Yeah. All right. So you're recording. Microphone's on. We're ready to start FSD. Which way is it going to go today? Again? This seems to be the latest craze is I'm going to suddenly stop for no reason. Now, I did pull forward into the space, so I assumed that would have thrown him off, and maybe it did. Whatever, peace and harmony. It says it'll take 37 minutes, 20 miles to get home. And it sounds about right, because that one trip I made out to Walmart and back was 40 miles.
Now turn right onto East Whitestone Boulevard.
Let's see, it says 2 posts are in use over at the supercharger site. And those are there are 2 cars right next to each other? You gotta be kidding me. No, if possible, I put at least one car space between me and another car. At least. If I can hook up to a different supercharger than they're using, I will. I mean, that way we both get more energy. We both get out of there faster. Okay? Yes, there are somebody, well, you purposely trying to blog. No. I mean, I don't know. I don't exactly know what the right answer is for getting along with each other. But I do realize that if you're using a non-Tesla, you plugged into a Tesla supercharger post, you are paying for the energy just like I am. In fact, you're probably paying more to use it than I am. So it should be even Stevens from that perspective. No reason to give you a hard time. On the other hand, I've heard that they're going to start a queuing system for busy superchargers. But I mean, I've hardly ever seen that. And when I have seen it, it's been an unusual thing. The one time when it felt like it was a normal thing was out in California, San Diego, I think it was. But I'd already heard about California having lines. Right? The only place where I saw that's not quite fair. There's one place in Dallas I saw a line, and they've added some new sites in the Dallas area since then. And coming back from the first SpaceX launch where I left before they finally got to launch it. But it appeared like everybody else had the same idea. Like, okay, I'm not going to wait around. I have to go back home. And so, like, Kingsville, Texas, that line was crazy. Now, maybe you guys in California would have been routine, but I wasn't going to wait in that line. I had enough power to make it into Corpus. Okay? Let me just go to Corpus. I'll charge up in Corpus, which is what I did. And then I kind of hypermiled it back to San Antonio. And since then, they've added a new supercharger southeast of San Antonio, which would have made the difference for me. But I mean, I don't. As much as I would like to go see the SpaceX launch, I don't want to take the time to go down there. I mean, it has to be something special to hear and feel the roar. And I can tell you, as a kid out on the beach in Florida, yes, watching those Saturn V's take off from Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy, whatever you want to call it, that was special. What's that? You didn't have a chance to do that? Oh, well, too bad. You missed out. But listening to that rocket, just the crackle, the rumble, feeling it going through your body. Oh, I don't think it was quite close enough to really feel it. But yeah, it was special. Oh, right. Interrupt. Now, is a different way to invoke it? Yes. And if you get in an accident, it's automatic upload to Tesla? Yes. Right? So you guys go, oh, well, he was running FSD or autopilot, whatever it is. You know, they know what's installed in your vehicle. Oh, jeez Louise. And we're going to the outside lane today. Why are we going to the outside lane? All right, welcome to American Drive.
500 feet, turn left onto Santa Rosa Avenue.
Okay, yeah.
Now turn left onto Santa Rosa Avenue.
All right, so I was trying to review what bad mouthing I have for FSD today. And there was a few places where he went slow. The things they call speed tables out on Lime Creek Road. What is he doing? He's eating bark. The thing they call speed tables, that to me they look like as if you could think them as speed bumps. FSD didn't slow down for him. Not till he's already over him does he slow down. Okay, but it doesn't really rock the car too much. So there was a school zone that
500 feet,
looked like he did not respect. So I've captured some video of what the signage for that school zone. I didn't think about it when I went through, but when I went back, like, oh, it only has a single flashing yellow light
now your destination
as
is
opposed to two. So that might have been a factor in some way. But whatever, peace and harmony. That is what it is. Okay. I don't think there was anything else. Well, that's not fair. So there's a couple of spots where he got hung up in, how do you say it? He got hung up in not properly detecting the surface underneath the car, thinking that we're on the dirt. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Trips. Okay, 21 miles, 41 minutes, 179 watt hours per mile coming home. For the trip, 83 miles, 15 kilowatt hours, 184 watt hours per mile. There you go. Yes, let's stay in keeping with how we've done this in the past. The grade for today is a B. Okay? I mean, the school zone stuff, I didn't properly pay attention. So I've set it up so I'm going to go back again next time I'm in that area if the school zone's active and try to capture it. Either give it an F or give it a pass. Okay? Otherwise, yes, it's a B.